What is an AI influencer and why are they scamming people?
I just came across an AI influencer for the first time and I am like genuinely disturbed.
I'm not the only one who's seen these conjoined twins on Instagram. I saw them and I sent it to my friend saying, look how pretty these conjoined twins are. Like, they're beautiful. And my friend says, is it AI? I'm gonna say, no, it's not AI now.
This is insane. I see this woman's video. She says she's 82 years old. That's her. She says in 1966. And then today. Then I start watching a few of the videos and I'm like, something about this doesn't feel right. So I dig a little deeper. It's all AI. This is a completely AI-generated internet personality.
Artificial intelligence, or known as AI, is a very controversial topic. Some people love it, others absolutely despise it, and the rest are indifferent. At first, it was marketed as a tool to make human life easier. You know that it takes over the mundane tasks so we can focus on our creativity and just enjoy life without having to do the daily stuff, such as emailing, cleaning, I don't know, that's how it was marketed. But as time has evolved, it seems like the opposite is happening. Generative AI is a type of artificial intelligence that creates new content rather than just analyzing or sorting through existing material. It learns from large amounts of data, such as videos, voices, and text, and uses those patterns to create something new. It can create faces of people who don't even exist, make voices sound real, and also create random photos and videos, and just create an entire online personality. So nothing is actually copied directly. It's generated based on what it's learned. And that's exactly how noir exists. She isn't a real woman behind the camera. Instead, she's a digital character composed of elements from real people, faces, movement, and aesthetics, all stitched together into a form that looks convincingly human. That's why she looks real at first glance. That's why millions of people think that she is a real person. Her beauty, her face, the way she looks believable because it was trained on real people, like you and I. But despite this account being absolutely fake, she has managed to gain a following of 3 million people on TikTok, almost 500,000 on Instagram, and she also has a Fansly page, which is basically the same thing as OnlyFans. But the gag is, as I said before, she is fake, yet people think that she is real, especially the people who are paying for her Fansly. And that's the power of generative AI. It no longer needs a human to sell the illusion. And noir is proof that the internet is already comfortable engaging with people who aren't real, as long as they look and feel real enough. So let's talk about AI influencers. Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Spatula Chats with NK featuring the iconic Spatula. Over here we talk about beauty, culture, and the lives of modern women. So if you are into that, make sure you subscribe and I will see you in the video. Let's keep going. Okay, so let's start with who noir appeared to be. So noir showed up on TikTok and Instagram presenting herself as a fashion lifestyle creator. Her bio has no information, so she keeps it very minimal and mysterious, probably to create an allure around her so people are like, oh my gosh, who is this? I want to know more because she's so beautiful. So that's probably why they did that, but also they probably don't want to release too much information about her because she is fake and they don't want to mix up the details. So they keep it very, very vague. She has a Q&A section on her Instagram where she answers some questions and she says that she's 23 and they ask where she's from and she says originally from Africa. And I'm like, okay, where in Africa? Because that was so vague. And I just wonder if it's a white person like making this character, like who is behind this character? We don't know. We probably will never know, but that's crazy. And that just proves how fake it is. Because who would say somewhere from Africa? No, you're going to say where you're from, but that's besides the point. But I can't believe they're doing this, especially on Black History Month, but it is what it is, I guess. So her aesthetic is often described as otherworldly. She has high contrast features, perfect, rich, smooth, and clear skin, and she always looks polished and composed. It's the kind of beauty that makes you do a double take. You are first mesmerized by her, but then you have to do a second look to make sure she's a real person. At least that's what happened to me. The very first video I saw of her looked low-key real, and I was trying to find it on her page, so I guess she deleted it because I couldn't find it. But when I first saw it, I had to do a double take because I was like, something feels off. Like she looks human, she looks real, but there was just something off and I couldn't explain it. So I went to her page, I stalked her for like 15 minutes, then I came to the conclusion that she was a fake person. However, it seems like my fellow netizens have not come to that same conclusion, and a lot of people think that she's a real person. Y'all might think that only a few people are getting tricked by this creator, noir, but millions are getting tricked by her. Like her videos do extremely well, especially on TikTok. She's getting a ton of views, like 15 million views, 17 million, 300 million, over and over and over again. And that kind of reach automatically gives someone credibility online because people assume that if this many people are watching, someone must have already vetted this. But in this day and age, the number of followers an account has doesn't mean anything. And honestly now, sometimes the views don't mean anything because people can bot views, they can fake views, you never know. But in Nia's case, I feel like the views are real because people are watching because they think that she's beautiful, and some people don't know that she's fake, while others know that she's fake, so maybe they keep watching it to try to warn others. I don't know, I just feel like there's a really big fascination with Nia because I was fascinated at first when I first looked at her because just like, I mean, I'm sure you can see how she looks, like she looks beautiful, but she's completely fake. Because her skin tone is so dark, you kind of have to look a little bit harder to make sure that like she's real, if that makes sense, because the features are darker, so it's just harder to see what's real and what's not. But if you stalk her for at least like 10 minutes, even 5 minutes, you're gonna see that she's fake because some things are just not really adding up. And her comment sections are exactly what you would expect. People are calling her the most beautiful girl in the world. How crazy is it that the most beautiful girl in the world is not even real? But her deep, dark, rich skin tone is really a point of fascination for a lot of people, as if they've never seen skin that dark before. And I guess most people are just not used to seeing people that dark, I guess. But also I have to keep in mind that she is AI, so that AI fake element to it also makes people interested because she looks real but she's not real. And because of AI, you can make her look absolutely perfect and beautiful because she's not real. So I just think there's a lot of different factors that make people fascinated or interested in her. But the biggest one is that she is pretty. And that just shows you how strong of a currency beauty is. I would say that quite a few people know that she's not real based on the comments because they keep commenting on her posts and being like, yo, she's fake, she's AI, she's not real, y'all get it together. But despite that, millions of others do think that she's real. But eventually people started noticing some small inconsistencies in her videos. You know, things that you wouldn't clock at first, but once someone points them out, you just can't unsee them. Her face would change a little bit between uploads and her skin texture would shift. It wouldn't be the same thing over and over again. And also her hands, they didn't always look right. Sometimes her fingers would be blurring, the numbers of them would be changing, or the proportions look slightly off. So AI does look very realistic now, so it's getting scary out here. But when it comes to some details like fingers, it can look weird. I saw a video of someone explaining it, like how to tell if a video is AI or not. And basically if you like wave your hand really quickly, you can see the difference because like AI is not good at really fast motions. So that is one way to tell if a video is AI. But the thing is that they're good at slow motions, like moving very like a little bit. Until AI videos can get good at faster motions, I feel like most of them are going to stick to slower motion videos and people are going to get deceived because I mean, I was low-key deceived, but after 10 minutes, I came to my conclusion and I realized that it was fake. But a lot of people are simply not doing that. And in some of her videos, her face just looked almost unrecognizable, even though her skin tone did stay the same. And in selfies, people noticed that her phone model kept changing, just small things that are enough to raise some questions. But then what really sealed the deal for a lot of people, including myself, is that there were a lot of comparison videos circulating. And they were showing how some of Nia Noir's clips appear to be generated from other creators' videos. So basically, this account is using other people's videos as the source material, then they're putting their description of Nia Noir on the people. They're stealing people's videos and using that for AI purposes to create Nia Noir. Since AI is still new and rapidly developing at a very fast pace, there aren't many laws, or I don't think there's actually any law really in place to prevent these type of things from happening. So I don't believe these creators can even go after Nia Noir for using their videos for her content. But eventually I think that will happen. But as of now, Nia Noir is going crazy, getting millions of views. People think she's real, and she's doing all of this by stealing other people's content. And this is taking like plagiarism to a whole new level now because people can literally take people's content and just put someone else's face on it and then completely change the video without doing any work. And that is very concerning. So I hope they do put laws in place to prevent that from happening to other creators. But Nia Noir is not only posting for content, like many other AI influencers, she is posting to get to the bag. So she has a Fansly account where followers can pay for exclusive, uncensored content from her. Yeah, and people actually have been subscribing thinking that they are financially supporting a real woman. And according to multiple reports that I was reading, they said that top AI influencer accounts can make up to $50,000 a month. So let that sink in. Now it's to a point where people are not just liking her photos, they're not just following her, they're not just commenting. Now they're paying to see exclusive content from someone who's not even real. It's absolutely insane. And also, may I mention that because Nia is a fake influencer, she can post at an extremely high rate. Like, she can post new content 24/7 because she can just steal people's videos, batch them all up, and line them up and start posting them. And it's actually just insane. It's unfair. And AI influencers need to be stopped. Like, AI should just help humans, not try to be us. Do not take the jobs. Thank you very much. And I honestly don't know how I feel about people paying for a fansly. Like, should I feel bad for them? Should I be like, that's your fault for paying for them? Like, hello? Because I'm assuming her target audience, or the people who are purchasing her fansly, are probably men for the most part. They're probably the highest demographic paying for her stuff. So do I really feel bad for them? And I feel like it's probably a lot of older men too. Like, y'all probably have wives, children, whatever, and y'all doing that nasty stuff. So, I mean, I don't feel bad for y'all, but this is getting insane. Like, the way that AI influencers can deceive people now, y'all need to stay safe out there. And I have no idea how much Nia Noir has made off of Fansly. Maybe I would estimate, I don't know, because she does have a lot of followers. She gets millions of views. So she could be making up to 50K or even more than that, but I truly don't know. However, I have seen a lot of weird comments under her TikTok post where people are posting photos of an Oreo with pink filling. And it is all men who have been posting that. I've not seen any lady comment that under Nia's post. But basically, how do I describe this in a way that YouTube will not demonetize me? I really don't know how to explain it in a way that it is PG, but they're just being gross. And if you get it, you get it. If you don't get it, you don't get it. That's fine. Maybe someone can explain it to you in the comments down below, but I am not going to do that right now because this video is going to get flagged. Anyways, Nia Noir is not the only AI influencer out there. Literally yesterday when I was on my phone, this random AI influencer account just blew up out of nowhere. They posted a video, it got 5 million views, and it was of some old lady too. And at first, I watched the full video thinking that it was real. I'm like, oh, like this is funny. But then I clicked on her page because something kind of felt off. And then I was like, yeah, it's AI. Like, it was an AI person. And I was like, wow, this is gonna get out of hand. And people who are engaging with this stuff, they don't know that it's a fake person. They think that this person is real. Another AI influencer who is trying to get to the bag is Baddie Bethany. My friend sends me a lot of her reels, and then one day I was just stalking her because I'm like, this is so obviously fake, especially when she first started posting. Like, this account started posting in June 2025, and the pictures looked extremely fake. But over time, within the span of less than a year, the photos have become so realistic. I was like, dang. Like, I had to kind of look a little bit like, what the, try to make sure that she is fake, because the photos from June 2025 looked extremely fake, but the photos now don't look fake at all. I'm sure though, if you look hard enough, you can see that it's a bit weird and you can see the AI stuff of it, but you have to be really sharp to even spot the difference because it's actually getting insane now. AI influencers are going to probably dominate the market, but I don't think they're gonna replace real people though, like real influencers. And when it's AI influencers, they can post frequently. They can post a lot of content because they're not the ones physically filming, getting ready, doing their makeup. They don't have to do that. All they have to do is go on their computer, generate the video, steal other people's videos as source material to create their video, and they can post 20 videos in a month. But for real people, that's hard. But the algorithm likes consistency. They like people posting every day or frequently or having a schedule. So that's why AI influencers, I feel, will dominate in that area, but I still don't believe they are going to replace real influencers, because in the end of the day, they can do meet and greets, and who's going to trust an AI influencer on skincare? Like, you don't even exist. But I also mentioned Baddie Bethany too, because she is now trying to sell a course. No, sorry. She's trying to sell a book about how to be a high value woman and only attract high value men. It's a mess. Like, what is going on? Like, literally, like, and I hope people don't buy that book because she is fake. Like, what is she going to teach you? Literally, what is she going to teach you? But people believe she's real. Like, people are commenting, I want to be like you. I want to have what you have. I want to do this. It's like, how can you tell them? Like, I can't go on all of her posts and reply to every single comment and say that she's fake. But some people are saying that she's fake in the comments. But as I said before, a lot of people just believe that she is real. Baddie Bethany almost has 1 million followers on Instagram too. So we'll see when she surpasses that. Maybe by the time I post this video, she will surpass the 1 million mark. But it's getting scary out here, y'all. This is the part that really stuck with me. Nia Noir was widely called the most beautiful woman in the world, yet she has no soul, no physical body, no lived experience. She's literally a digital construction. And that says everything about where beauty standards are heading, because of course the internet loves her. You know, she doesn't age, she never has bad angles, she can be endlessly adjusted to fit whatever people find desirable. And what's scary isn't that some people were fooled, it's how normal this already feels. She already has fans defending her, she has people paying, subscribing to see content that's literally fake, but okay. And she has people emotionally invested into her because they think she's so beautiful and they think that she's their girlfriend or something. This whole situation ties into what people call the dead internet theory, which is the idea that more and more of what we interact with online isn't human at all. And as AI keeps improving, it's only going to get harder to tell the difference between a real person and a digital mask. Eventually, I think that people won't even care if influencers are real, as long as the fantasy delivers. But when the internet starts crowning non-human creations as the beauty standard, that's not just a tech issue, that's a cultural one, because it raises a bigger question. Because if perfection is artificial, then where does that leave real people? Anyways, y'all, let me know your thoughts about this. I wrote about it on my Substack, so make sure you check it out. And I just want to say this, I don't believe AI influencers are going to take over, but I feel like there will be a market for them for sure. So don't go crazy, don't, go into panic, but I definitely do feel like it is an issue and we need to start being more mindful on how to spot the differences so you're not getting deceived. Because AI influencers selling you something is one thing, but you could have an AI person who is trying to scam you out of money or pretend to be a girlfriend or pretend to be a lover. Because with the internet, people have been catfished for years, for decades, especially during the early internet. But they could only go so far because they could never do a video call with their person. Let's say someone is catfishing someone and pretending to be someone who they're not and pretending to be a lover or whatever you want to call it, because a lot of people get catfished, especially when it comes to romance scams. But now with AI, you can make a video and it looks very real. So people can do FaceTime calls with someone and scam them and use their AI technology to scam the person. And the person will believe it because if it's a video, it has to be real, right? So we just have to stay vigilant out there because this is getting a little bit scary, but as long as you are aware, educated, and understand the internet, and also educate your parents, your grandparents, your kids about what's going on so they also can be informed as well. Anyways, y'all, let me know your thoughts. I will talk to you later, and thank you so much for being here. Deuces.